Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. Now we'll show the process to get to the point where you've got to take about a 3-hour break and then bring the early entry saw back. And that's what we were doing when someone drove on the concrete in that 3-hour window. But here I am here with a little mini skid stand on, getting this gravel and dirt out of here. This is going to be 5 inches thick concrete. We're going to be using number 3 rebar on 3-foot centers. Also, there's an easement, and I believe it's 10 feet back, or it's 15 from curb face, back of curb face. So I think we've got about 8 feet behind back of sidewalk where we have to set an expansion joint, which is going to be some felt. But we're going to do a monolithic pour. For the most part, it's going to all get poured at once, same day. Just a matter of getting the felt in straight. That's kind of the key. The owner of this property happened to have this bobcat in his yard, so I jumped on that just to get the majority of it out. But I found that the mini skid, between the two of them are a perfect combination. You know, you got the big one to get the majority and the bulk out. Then you can get on that little mini to really do the fine detailing around the edges and really make it so you don't really have to use the shovel. We did find an irrigation that went across here into that planter bed. Luckily, I didn't break it. I just caught it, or I just pulled a little dirt off the top of it, and I seen the pipe. So it didn't get broken. So what we did was we ended up digging a little trench and then lowering it down, because we will be backing over it with the concrete trucks. We're getting good compaction here. I flooded it for probably an hour of just straight water till we got it nice and wet, and then ran the compactor, got nice and tight and flat. The white paint is the 3-foot grid layout. Jacob's tying the bars. Kenny just laid out the paint. Now you can see this form that we set. That's the easement, and then we have felt against that board. So we're going to pour this side, the left side first. That 2x4 behind it will hold it straight. By the time we pour it the left side, it'll be hard enough where we can start gently pulling up that 2x4 and let the fresh concrete hold it in place. You'll get to see that pretty soon here, how that works. It worked like a charm. It's really the best way to put felt in. There's no nails on any of those stakes holding that felt. It's 5 a.m. and it's a pour day. We have a good crew here. We've got Braxton, Joe, Tristan, myself, Jacob, and Kenny. Kenny will be on the chute. I'm on a come along. We're going to have Greg and Tristan on the screed. This mix has 2% retardant in it. It has fiber mesh. It's a 3000 blend, which means it's half pea gravel, half big rock. So it lays down a lot easier than just straight big rock. The slump is really perfect for this. It looks like to me about 5.5 to 6 inch slump. So it's easy screeding because we have a 16-foot screed. So on a 16-foot screed, you definitely don't want to be pouring a 4-inch slump. Now it works for a 6-inch, but anything drier, and you're going to almost need a guy in the middle. found one ball right here. Not many. I think we only had one ball that I had to break up. You can see all the rebars on chairs. Those are 1.5-inch chairs, and you can find those online at Home Depot. They're less than the concrete dobies, less expensive, and they're shorter, so they actually work better. The nice thing about them, on your intersecting points of the rebars crossing, it actually locks them together, so you can get away with less tie wire. So here's the first 2 loads. We've got that. Now we're going to get another one to come around here and finish out the balance, and then we'll pull that board up nice and gently as the concrete holds the felt in place. Joe's on the bowl float, and you can see it's laying down really nicely right now. Notice how we put the concrete, as we pull the 2x4, we push concrete under that 2x4 to hold it in place. This same truck is going to the other end on the other side of the warehouse and pouring some more concrete over there. So you'll notice how everybody has a specific job and they're staying right on top of this all the way through. And that's the way you have to do it. You know, because right now I think we're about 108 degrees out here. That's why we have the 2% retardant, the fiber mesh. We're going to be hitting with this with curing compound. You got to do all the things that you normally wouldn't have to do if you're in a different area. But these are things that are kind of mandatory here. Now behind that felt, that 8-foot area, that's going to get tool joints to match the sidewalk. And the large area, the parking lot, is going to get saw cuts because we're matching the existing portion of the parking lot that already has saw cuts. All right, here's Greg running the edge on the felt. Tristan's cutting joints.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got it.
We're getting good bleed water out of this. And the reason for that is because we have the retardant. We have a really nice wet sub base, subgrade, so that allows the moisture to come up. Jacob's on the sidewalk cleaning any residual that may have spilled over. So pretty much it's all been just pull tools. I haven't really had to get down on it. Matter of fact, I don't think we ever get on sliders on this at all. It's all funny trowels, Fresnos, and brooms. But that's all you should ever need on a parking lot finish. Here's the funny trowel going on. And this is all we're going to need to get to the broom stage. It's funny, the third load went off faster than the first two. Here's Braxton running the Fresno with some weights on it, doing a real nice job. Nice thing about the Fresno, I mean, you could skip from bull float to funny, but it's nice to run that Fresno because you're just getting it that much flatter before you have to hit it with the funny. This is quite a reach on that felt, getting the edge in. Luckily, my walking edger, I've modified it to where I could lay my poles all the way down and reach out with about 3 poles. There's your final edge and joint before the broom. Tristan's knocking out some joint marks and edge lines. Here's Tristan on the broom. Oh no, that's Joe. Joe's on the broom right now. Gonna be catching it from both sides.
It'll be one close to going down right there.
So now what we have to do is we're going to kill about 3 hours, go to lunch, pick up the early entry saw, then we're going to come back here and saw cut it. And to our surprise, when we come back, that's when we find someone had already drove on the concrete. And it's not easy to get up here because there is no apron approach. So that means you got to bounce over the curb or go all the way around. Here's the curing compound going on. Also, the caution tape is going up. All right, guys, I'm back on the job site. This is about 3 hours after the pour. Kenny, what did you just notice right here?
Well, looks like somebody came in here, Dave, and they've already tested it out.
And this is only 3 hours later, and you can see the tire tracks.
Yeah, they came right in.
This is amazing.
That looks like a light truck tire too. That ain't that ain't no passenger car tire.
Wow.
How about that?
That's unbelievable.
Hey, that S&S mud, boy, 3 hours old, it didn't break.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, but you know, it'll be interesting. Will that, because it compressed there in those tire tracks, will that cause cracking later, maybe?
I doubt it.
I don't know. We don't know. We're going to find out, though, in the future. So we're going to go early entry cuts on this. It's curing out fast. We're about 90 degrees right now. And this is a good opportunity for me to show you this new blade I got from World of Concrete. One of the vendors out there gave me this blade right here. Let's see, what's the name of that vendor? Empire, out of Colorado. They gave me this blade because I said I was having trouble with my blades that I was getting off of Amazon, and they said, hey, try this one. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. If it's good, if it cuts this stuff good, I'll put a link in the description where you can get them. Anyway, let's get down to business. Now look at this. It's got to see that point.
Yeah.
That's your rear mark. Your front, you just line up those two.
There you go.
This is the one thing I don't like about this thing. You can't see the blade, so you don't know where you're.
You have to trust it.
No, I mean, you don't know if you're too far this way or
start it.
Yeah, to start it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have decided I don't like.
Working it, it's done.
No spalling on the cuts.
Well, what blade was that you used? Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's from Empire out of Colorado. I met him at World of Concrete. They said, hey, try this blade.
Wow. Well, I'm going to tell you what, I'm a believer.
Yeah, it's a good blade.
I mean, this is 3 hours old.
Yeah, and there's no spalling.
No spalling and dry cut.
Yeah.
Exactly what you want.
Yeah, so this concrete right here will never have a problem with it.
No.
You got your cuts in early enough. It's
right.
5-inch plus.
Everybody's cheating, man.
3,500 PSI fiber mesh, retardant.
Everything you want.
Curing compound. Yep, that's a good slab there. Perfect for there. Anyway, thanks for watching. There is another part to this property pour. There's another section on the other side of the building that will probably be showing next. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification. That way you'll be notified as soon as we pop the next beauty. Have a good one. Odell.